Let me say this real quick. Those of you who only study your culture, problem. Those of you that only go to places where your people, every time you travel, you go to Atlanta, LA, New York, Detroit, down south, New Orleans. Ooh, you know, I'm international. No, you're not. You need to go and learn about, I can't wait to sit amongst other people's belief systems. I was in a city when I was on my vacation, and it was a Trump town. And there was Trump signs everywhere, right? White people were the nicest motherfucking people I've ever met in my life. Everybody's speaking. This one guy pulls up, some of his teeth missing. You can tell like he's a hillbilly white boy, like he don't give a fuck. He with that shit. Like kind of one of the white boys you don't hit. Like I'm just warning you black people, if a white man pulls up on you and he's an F-150 and he's missing a tooth, I suggest you have a conversation. Don't use your fist. So anyway, he pulls up behind me and he gets out of his car and he's like, yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna have a discussion with this gas station. They need to move these goddamn stations because my truck is hella big. I start cracking up like, so you just gonna tell him to move the goddamn station around to adjust your truck? He's like, yeah, goddamn it. And he goes, where you from, son? You run from around here? I said, no, we just come to visit a friend. He goes, well, man, this is a great city. He started telling me some cool things. Like, he got some kids in the back? Hey, I got some popsicles. You want some popsicles for the kids? Because I keep popsicles when I was an Uber. I'm an Uber driver at nighttime. When I go to Africa, I put my shit at the hotel and I go hang out in the bushes with the people. And I learn all kind of thoughts and ideas and stuff like that. And I come back in the city and hang out with the people. And I go to find a jazz community. And I go find this community. I go find all these different communities. When I come back, I've had a cultural experience that widened my knowledge and perspectives of the world. You see where I'm going with this? So this whole, you know, only reading black books, I only want to read a book unless it's from a black person. Partner, if you don't wake your fucking perspectives up, you can read other people's racist books and still be black as hell. I can read all the Chinese books I want, all the Chinese books and all the Asian books I want. I'm still black. That was you know what that was, right? Bernie Mac. Anyway, go ahead.
So it's good to know something of the customs of various peoples so as to judge our own more soundly, and so as not to think that everything that is contrary to our ways is ridiculous.
Come on, y'all seen black people talk like this, right? When we see things that's different, see, white people do this and black people do that. That shit's stupid. As you go, you be like, oh, that shit was smart. I should have been doing that shit a long time ago. But it's like, or you think your culture, your shit don't stink until you sit with other things. You're like, oh, shit. Or you might judge something that you're doing as being amazing because you ain't seen what other people have done the same thing and it failed. Or you may think something that's weak that you're doing and not realizing once it gets to other cultures, it's successful.
And against reason, as those who have seen nothing have a habit of doing.
What do you say? So those who ain't seen nothing, let me just translate what the fuck that said. It said, those of you who haven't seen nothing ain't doing nothing. Let me say this again. Those of you who don't see nothing, that means when you travel, remember when I go overseas, they call it the American style traveling, where when you go places, you try to have American experience every place you go. You want to eat American food, you want to see American style hotels, you want American conveniences, right? Y'all know when y'all go to New York, there ain't no paper for the toilet seats? I don't know if y'all know that. I didn't know that, huh? You know, like when you go to New York and just go to a public restroom in a hotel, no, there's no paper for the toilet seats, right? Make a decision. Anyway, point is this. Those of you who ain't seen nothing ain't gonna do nothing. Even if you build something locally, when it expands and grows, those of you who ain't seen nothing can't do nothing. There's a cost to growth. You don't get to grow for free. So once you grow, people are gonna read into it and go, oh, Nana does. I can hear shit about Nana this, Nana that. Nana hates on me. Do you realize I have nobody I hate on? Do you know there's nobody I wake up in the morning and go, I wish that motherfucker could die. That's why I told you last week, Josh, I was just a little high. But no, I don't. There's nobody I hate on. I have no hater. But there's rumors out there that there's people I don't like and I hate on, because as I grew, they took my growth as an attack, insult, disrespect, or interpretation that it meant this to them, because they have their perspective trying to judge me from my perspective. But remember, what I know here won't get me here. So that means I had to become a different person to get here.